let me just blurt out a phrase. Ice Cream Nails Fast Lane Collection. What is up, everyone? It's Kay. I am back and ready to attack, this time with Ice Cream Nails Fast Lane Collection. So this is Ice Cream Nails' third collection of the year. They are definitely in the fast lane and going over the speed limit. But I love that. This new collection contains 8 brand new polishes packed with large irregular multichrome flakies. Now, if you are wondering, like me, how this compares to their Space World collection, just know that I'm gonna be putting these two against each other to see what the deal is. And with that being said, let's bring in the bottle service. We start off with a Full Throttle. Now for this first polish, I want to put the regular application style coverage to the test. Remember, these polishes are designed to be worn on their own with 3 generous coats for max coverage if you allow each layer to dry. But I am curious to see if that is also the case with a longer nail length. So I'm coming in here with a second application, and Ice Cream Nails says generous coats, right? So what I am doing is dipping the brush once and not wiping off any excess. So this is basically a dip and apply with all the polish the brush was able to hold on to. And I think that definitely falls into the generous category. I'm also allowing each coat to dry. I'll be honest, I started to get a little worried after the second coat because looking at my nail, I could see so many areas left uncovered by my generous coats, considering I've also been trying to spread the flakies out evenly by dabbing some areas, but we'll just have to see how many coats it takes to properly dress her up. And after this third coat, I truthfully didn't feel like I got full coverage, nor was I very satisfied with this level of coverage. So I am coming in now with a fourth application of Full Throttle, which by the way is completely packed with these beautiful multichrome flakes that shift between purple and green, but I also see blues. And I can say that after this fourth application, I am happy. So it did take this extra coat to achieve full coverage, but hey, I got this super dope color combo from it, so I'm not even mad. Keep in mind that I personally do not apply flakies this way. I do the sponge on method, which is more effective in my opinion, but I wanted to show how this polish would apply in this way for those who use the traditional application method. And next up is Power Tripper. So the test is not over yet. We move on to the second phase with Power Tripper because I thought to myself, well, what if it really is 3-coat coverage but on short nails? So guess what I have on my left hand? We have the shorties making an appearance and offering assistance during this second testing phase because ultimately we don't know the nail length that Ice Cream Nails tested this formula on. So here I am applying the second coat and things seem to be going a bit better here. For this length, I did tap the excess polish from one side of the brush because there's no way that this little nail could support a brush maxed out with polish. And you can see now that I am applying that third coat here, anxiously crossing my mental fingers that this third application would satisfy my full coverage needs. And honestly, I feel like it got 95% there. Power Tripper has this lively orange, green, and blue shift, and there's also a very clear yellow presence happening as well. Now, just to keep things uniform, I did also apply it with the sponge on method on my long nails, and this is what I'll be doing for the rest of the colors since we already did the regular application test in the beginning. Once we're done with the fast lane collection, we'll move on to the third testing phase where I'll be comparing a Space World collection polish against one from this collection. And now we have Express Lane. Now, Ice Cream Nails describe this polish as packed with those irregular large multichrome flakes that shift between yellow, green, and blue. If you watch my last video, you know I love these shades of green, so I am really excited for this one. And next one on the list is One Way Ticket, because there is no turning back once you slap this super lively purple shade on. I feel like we all get excited for the purple. So these multichrome flakies shift between violet, yellow, and green, but I also see some teal and even blue as well. And honestly, I already see this one being halfway empty. And here we have Burnout. Now, Burnout is a stunning, vivid royal blue with a violet, blue, and a green shift, but I'm also catching a magenta flaky here and there. And I don't know if you've been noticing that with some of these polishes, I've only had to do 2 sponge-on applications. I am not sure if that is because maybe some have more of a tinted base than others. This one is called Need for Speed. This is an interesting color choice because the rest of the colors are very saturated and like in your face, but this one is almost like a pastel flaky and it kind of gives me Christmas vibes. Ice Cream Nails mentions that it's packed with green and red shifting flakies, but I should say that I just don't see the red. This really looks more like a baby pink and green to me, which is fine. But again, just a really interesting color choice. I don't know, maybe they just wanted to shake things up a bit. And here we have Game Over, which is packed with orange, red, yellow, and green shifting multichrome flakies. Now with this one, I see the reddish tone, and this is another one where I only needed 2 applications for full coverage. Remember that if you are finding this helpful, go ahead and let me know by giving this video a like and consider subscribing as well. I'll also be showing you a picture collage of all the colors so you can better see the differences at the end. And last but not least is Ride or Die. My favorite of the collection is this yummy shade of pink that is so cute. These flakes shift between red, gold, and green, but I'm honestly again left a bit confused regarding the usage of the word red because the red looks completely different in every polish that has red. And again, I don't see red here. I see like a pink fuchsia, although I know the camera is not showing you what I see. So take a look at this next picture where you can get a much better idea of the colors in this collection. I placed them in a way where it would be easy for you to compare the differences between the colors that may look similar, although these colors are all distinguishable from each other. They're all very striking, heavily saturated, vivid colors that are such a complete pleasure to wear. Thank you to Ice Cream Nails for fulfilling yet another one of my nail dreams. Now, let's move on to the Space World comparison, shall we? And here we have our third and final test where we'll take a closer look at the flaky size of a Space World and Fast Lane polish. Starting off with Express Lane from the Fast Lane, I'm doing 1 coat of each for easy examination. I do not want the flakies to pile up against one another too much. This is a close-up of the large irregular flakies in Fast Lane. And now I will do the same with Cosmic Ray from the Space World collection, just 1 quick coat so that we can put them side by side for easy comparison. And this is a close-up of the fine multichrome flakies in the Space World collection. And here you can see them side by side, Space World flakies on the left and Fast Lane flakies on the right. I wanted to take the opportunity to show you what they look like in their bottles. Again, Space World on the left and Fast Lane on the right. I will let you be the judge. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about what was seen here today, starting off with coverage. It seems to me that if you have medium to long nails, you may need 4 coats if you're just using the regular application style, which is just stroking or floating the brush across your nails. If you have short nails, you may probably need just 2 to 3 coats, depending on your application method, of course. Don't forget that with the sponge-on method, regardless of your nail length, it is very likely that you're gonna need less applications to achieve full coverage. Moving on to flake size. Fast Lane flake size versus Space World flake size. What's the difference and is it visible? So the Fast Lane collection contains large irregular flakes and the Space World collection contains fine multichrome flakes. Now, even though it's not super noticeable on the nails, like I had to zoom in to tell the difference, in the bottle you can definitely see the difference, and the Fast Lane does of course have those larger size irregular flakies. Now, when it comes to purchasing these Fast Lane collection polishes, you can do so at Ice Cream Nails' website, where they retail for $13.50 USD, or you can buy the bundle and get a sweet deal if it's still available, that is. Thank you so much for watching. Now it's time for us to catch up in the comments section, and for me to remind you that if you found this video to be in any way helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe. With that being said, it is time for me to go, and thank you for watching again. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.